Welcome to Marble Ramblers. If you've ever wondered what's under a travel trailer, they started putting this plastic on. I think they've always had, it used to be probably plywood. But let's go into there and have a look, because it's a one sheet from there all the way to there. See on the rail, this is what holds the plastic on. Also holds the propane line. It's like a roofing screw, I guess. That's what we call them anyways. And they just pound it in with the big gun. And the other one is you'll run into, what they do is they just put a washer and the screw through it, and that's it. That's what holds all this on. So that's how that comes off. Yeah, I use this thing. Catch me out, as Bob's would say. And some places are tired, I gotta use the manual. Oh, so it's 3/8, pardon me. I believe it's 3/8 of it. So it goes right back to here. There. Right back to here. Bolts up under here. From back there, all the way along to where it curls up. And under there. Under there. Let's go under and have a look. There's some weird things here. Being a curious individual, you'll see they have these almost look like, I don't know what they are, bed rails. They're angle iron, top and bottom. That one's welded on over there. Top part is screwed on. My apologies for that, I'm not sure, and even if I measure it, I don't really have an accurate measurement, but it's thin. It's there you go. Now they have it not welded, but oh, wait a sec. Oh, there's a weld there. Two spots look like on the inside. Some of them are not welded. Some of them are, I'll have to look, but I'll show you. Some of these across have screws on them. And the top one looks to be exactly the same. I'll just feel up in there. I feel, oh, ho. I can't really, can I fit in there? Jesus, ate too much. Went to a buddy, friend, our neighbor passed away. Went to his like wake yesterday. Lots of food. See that? Can you see that? It's a bolt. They bolted that one and welded the bottom. Let's stop and think about that, because I'm confused. What? And there's one. There's another one right there. There's another one over there. So there must be half a dozen of them go all the way down the frame of the trailer. And they are, that's what holds these two I-beams that are 3/16 inch steel, 3 inches wide maybe at the most, more like, geez, 2 and a bit. And that's not the world's strongest, but that's what it is, probably around, because it doesn't go right to the front, so it's about 30, probably close to 30 feet of two pieces of I-frame, called an I-frame because it looks like the letter I, capital, and then they're one on each side, and everything sits on it, and they're joined by just these little bars. And there's some other ones. The water bar goes across too. So there's quite a few little angle irons holding the two I. But that's it. Then we have the various tanks. Black tank, or that's the what we use for the washing machine. I think that's the black tank. Yep, it goes to there. And then we have another tank there. So those are the 3 tanks. So at least now I know exactly where the tanks are. If there are problems and leaks, I've cut everything appropriately that I can work on it. But the floor of the trailer, here's what gets me kind of weird. 2 things. One, well, these frames, that's it. And there's a little bit of a cross space on there. And of course on the front, they have the, where our A-frame connector is broke. There it is. There it is. And this is a real big problem, is this is not only cracked, there, it's come undone. It's come undone. That's our Mexican friend, our new friend in Bakersfield, California. Off. That holds the frame together too, but that's it. That's all there is holding these two pieces of 30-foot I-beam together, except for the floor of the trailer. We have the bottom part of the floor insulated where the heat duct stuff, and then the second part of the floor with the plywood and stuff. But I can't see where it attaches anywhere to the I-beam. There's nothing here. I don't even feel anything under there. Now if you look though, there's one. No, that's not it. Right there. That's a little wing. And that attaches to the floor of the trailer. I don't even... I don't really understand how that's attached. It's barely attached at the best. Anyways, and there's the motor again. I think I pointed that out. So you can get to everything, but this one doesn't have the hole drilled through the frame to reach to here. You got to undo the plastic. Thus, I've cut them in 8-foot chunks, 7-foot chunks to get to this bolt to adjust. If your slider won't come in, you can manually put it in right there. See the wires? I've actually bunched up a lot of the wires. Stuff is just like, what is that? But look at it. Look at it. It's just, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyways, I can't complain because it's really done a good job. But boy, talk about your bare minimum. Bare minimum to get by. We've been very lucky with this thing. But it's a bit of money pit. I think they all are. You're not going to buy one of these trailers to save money. But our axles, which are under here now, you can't see them. Our axles are all new, all been replaced. So that, I mean, now it's $5 grand. Every year the brakes have to be repacked and bearings looked at, and one brake or sometimes 2 brakes replaced. That's $1,500 on top of that every year, unless you do it yourself, pack your bearings yourself. Like it's just a money pit. We paid 30 grand for it 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and had to do that since then. Plus all the stuff we've done, washing machine. The batteries.
Okay, we're starting it now.
Fine. I don't know why it turned off.
Oh my God.
All the rebuilding of the inside, all this work. I'm laying under it now, for God's sakes. Again, every year I'm under doing something, and now it's completely come apart. The front end, right? It can barely be towed to repair. Disconnected, so there's no computerized crap being zapped. I have no paint until we get to. I'm pretty happy with that. I bent that, pulled the line a little, but I think we're okay. We got no leaks anywhere, so whew, knock wood. Pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. One-eyed wombat welding. We carry on. So I don't know. I mean, maybe buying a better one, but you'd have to move up quite a bit. I think travel trailers are travel trailers. You really have to move up. And this thing is right now in 2020, what are we, 2025? Yeah. Get it together, Bill. Luckily I don't have. To buy this, Forest River, Salem, brand new, 32-foot bunkhouse double slide would probably be around, you know, 50 to 60,000 Canadian, 45,000 US or more to buy this. So you have to go up to like 100,000 US, I think, to get it to the travel trailers I've looked at. 75, 80 grand gets you a marginally better travel trailer. But if you look under it, you're probably still going to see some stuff that will blow your mind, like this. It's solid enough, but it's 9,000 pounds when we're fully loaded and out of control. Really giving her. We're usually running around 8,000, I think. 8,000, maybe a little over 8,000 pounds. That's quite a bit of weight on a couple of wobbly I-beams that aren't very, but amazing. Again, let me say again, it's held together. But all, like, I'd have thought it would last longer than that. I mean, they really put a minimum minimum effort into giving you a quality product. I mean, it's just amazing. Okay, so that's it. The pots ignite. For those who haven't ever done this, this is what it looks like when it's all off, and it's in chunks. I'm gonna put it all back on now, and then I'll do the bearings, or at least look at them. I might take them over to Chris, and then we got to get the front end fixed, and then it will be ready to go again. But I don't really know what the future holds. I have some medical things coming up pretty seriously in the next couple days, actually. Good luck with this. It's an easy enough project. Anybody can do it. Why you'd want to do it, I don't know, unless you're. I was just curious, very curious. And only one of these was broke. On every one of these, that was the only weld that came off. The only weld. All of these, all of this stuff is actually pretty solid. Put together with minimal effort, but it's done the job. So amen to that. You can see I'm almost done here. Like everything, comes apart easier than it goes back on. Going back on was quite hard for me. But I am, you know, I did all by myself. These to grab the plastic and pull, and the vice grips to grip, to clamp it onto the 1/8. So you can, sometimes you got to drill new holes. That's it. Plastic on and off. I'll never do it again. I don't love this trailer enough to go through that. That was a headache. So next we'll check all the bearings, put tires back on, see if we can move it around. Just got to go to the shop and get that. Hopefully that doesn't break off. Took him a couple swipes, he said, to get the gas correct. He said, your welder's a piece of shit, senor. Piece of crapola. Over and out from Melbourne Hamblers. We've never seen under there before. Now you have. Oh, we're going to Hazmat tomorrow. This is all from Grandpa and Granny, my wife's parents. They were contractors for years. Like, some of this stuff has never been opened since 1960 or something, I'm sure. Eee.